The media coverage garnered by the Housing Authority of the City of El Paso revolved around the agency's steadfast efforts toward the transformation of El Paso. From the industry-defining revitalization initiative of RAD, spanning all areas of the Sun City, to helping pave innovative paths of self-sufficiency one student at a time through educational programs. August Media Relations Recap underscores HACEP's mission. ABC7 reports.
A revitalization of historic proportions.
That's what officials from the Housing Authority of the City of El Paso say about a new program that will allow them to take more control of public housing. ABC7's Jerry Nakar is live to tell us what it means to people living in public housing.
Stella, we recently reported on some public housing tenants complaining about maintenance issues. Officials from the Housing Authority tell me they do admit there have been some concerns, but they say a new rental assistance demonstration program will have all public housing properties revitalized by 2018. Last week, ABC7 reported on residents living in a public housing complex that were complaining about their air conditioners not working or taking too long to fix.
We have fans because we have no other choice.
Thursday, officials from the Housing Authority of the City of El Paso say they are embarking on a historic revitalization for public housing.
Look at the entire public housing authority industry throughout the United States. Infrastructural issues have been a consistent problem.
Javier Camacho is a spokesman for the Housing Authority for the City of El Paso. He says the Housing and Urban Development Department has set up its funding sources in a way public housing agencies can handle any type of maintenance or structural issues at a local level.
And despite concerns over the current condition of existing public housing facilities, HACEP shares that this status quo will be no more.
Camacho tells ABC7 HUD has now launched the Rental Assistance Demonstration Program. He says the RAD program will essentially phase out public housing on a federal level and allow each public housing agency to manage its properties.
We're able to completely revitalize each and every single one of our public housing communities throughout the entire city of El Paso that will offer better appliances, better living spaces, and at the same time, better cooling systems.
Taking it a step further, both in print and broadcast, media partners report on the innovative ways HACEP is making this transformation of El Paso take shape. KFOX has the story.
The Housing Authority was awarded $30 million to finance and build two brand new communities. The Salazar Park and the Gonzalez Apartments will be built in East El Paso. They are expected to be finished in 2018. The Housing Tax Credit Awards were given by the Texas Department of Housing and Community Affairs.
El Paso Inc. and El Paso Times offer this good news to the stage, sharing that this is actually not the first time HACEP advocates for the continued investment in our community. El Paso Times reporter Arlene Flores writes, "This is the third year HACEP receives tax credits. Last fall, the authority received nearly $25 million to rebuild Sherman Plaza and Westfall Memorial. And all of this development is given deeper meaning when the face of this effort is realized through HACEP's long-standing education program. Higher Opportunities Thrive Summer Youth Conference, done in partnership with UT El Paso, celebrates another year of graduates from public housing."
We focus on 10 to 18-year-olds, science, engineering, math, those things that can really help to propel them to be something fantastic in this world.
The program has hosted more than 1,500 area kids in the conference since it started 7 years ago.
El Paso's Univision 26 even captures word from a HACEP resident and a conference participant, as well as City Representative Lily Limon.
Empezar mucho que sí, yo sí lo puedo hacer, aunque todos me dicen que no, sí lo puedo hacer.
Para muchos, casi yo diría que para todos, es la primera vez que visitan la universidad y se les da esta oportunidad, vienen, tienen actividades, tienen programas de natación, de fútbol y luego ven los salones, conviven con los maestros, con alumnos y les da esa gran oportunidad de que ellos puedan ver más lejos de su propia situación económica.
Cabe destacar que fueron más de 200 estudiantes los que formaron parte del programa.